You get it? Here's a second. I was just gonna right now. I just popped out live. I'm gonna go talk with people right here. Okay. Okay. Hello, YouTube. It's your man on the way, George Page. Right now I'm on the phone with Loveth Patra. We're trying to get the thing set up. I sent her a link. It shouldn't take too long. If not, I'll just try to send her another link and see if she can get connected. And then if we can, we start the interview. But like I said, I'm on the phone with her. And like I said, and this is she's a very nice lady. You know, I watched some of her stuff on YouTube, or interview she did with our man Coach Shane Harrison. I also watched some of her previous fights, like the one with her and McKay Robinson. And yeah, wait a minute, what's this? Oh, that's my man. Uh, and let me see, we try to get connection here. We check the comment section. Let's see who's in. I know my man Marcus Bill is in. All right, you hear it? You got it? Let me see where I should be seeing you. What's going on? Usually, wait a minute. Something's. Oh, there you go. Okay. Let me add you to the stream.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna put down the phone. Oh, thank you. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, YouTubers and children around the world. I have here the former cage champion, Miss Loveth, young, aka the Nigerian Terminator, who just a couple of days ago won her second fight in LFL. No, actually, you second LFA, and we just like it was a great fight. I mean, this is another opponent you knocked out in the first round of a fight in like under like around 2 minutes. I mean, if that's not you see a quality fighter, I don't know what is. Tell me that. Tell me that.
All right. So, what do you want to know?
Well, like your life, where you came from, how your family likes to affect you a fighter. If you like anything you feel like you want to share with us, that doesn't you feel like you're comfortable with.
Yeah. First of all, thank you, George Page, for having me on this your YouTube channel. I must confess, you
You're welcome.
and my big brother Harrison, you guys are wonderful. I am so.
Well,
Yes, I listened
you
to
thank you.
his podcast yesterday. I was so laughing. I'm so grateful to have people like you who acknowledge female talent effort. I really appreciate everything you guys have been doing for me. I'm so grateful. My life in general is a long story. It's a really long story. I don't know where to begin from, but I would say it was never easy for me right from the start of my career. Circumstances and the love I have for
Mhm.
the sports pushed me into combat sports. I am a born Nigerian athlete. I started uh, kickboxing and female boxing right in Nigeria. I was several times national boxing champion, several time kickboxing champion, and several time world kickboxing champion. I also did anything that has to do with Miss Martial Arts. I want to be there. That sport they say is too hard is what I want to feature myself. I just want to make sure that everything about me is perfect. So it was not really easy. I started with, like I said, with boxing with the encouragement of my Nigerian
Mhm.
coaches. And just from nowhere, I was a discovered athlete by one of my kickboxing coach, Sensei Wixon. He took me to my first international outing in 2007. That was in Germany. My first international world championship,
Mhm.
kickboxing world championship, I won a gold medal for Nigeria. It was a boost for me, I was very happy, you know, with my age at that time, being so happy. So I put in more effort. All this while, there was no sponsor, no support. I actually sometimes had to sponsor myself to several international championships because I want to be in the world standard. I want to match myself up with other international leagues. So sometimes I have to sponsor myself with the help of my mother, my family, my brothers and sisters. Sometimes they raise money for me to travel abroad just to compete. I'll go compete and come back. I'm also, people don't know, I'm a police officer with the Nigerian Police Force. Nigerian Police Force gave me a big hope. They allowed me,
Whoa.
yes, they gave me a big hope. They allowed me to travel, to compete, to represent the country, represent Nigerian Police Force, and as God may have it. And I came over to the United States in 2015, and it was never easy. My intention was to compete as a professional female boxing. I had my female boxing license for 2 years with no fight. Every time they offered me a fight, your bout is cancelled. Your bout is cancelled. So it was
Mhm.
never easy. I would train for 2 years with no fight. So to God be the glory, I was running in the field one day, and a coach, an MMA coach, saw me and said, "Can you compete in MMA?" I said, "Why not?" I was into kickboxing in Nigeria, so all I need is my ground game, right? So we agreed, and he started teaching me my wrestling and all that. So he took me for several
Mhm.
trials, competition, several gyms for sparring. I was doing so
Especially when
well.
you fighting with,
I was doing
yeah.
so well to his amazement. He said, "You know what? I'm not gonna let you go. Let's push you forward." So we started. Sorry about that. So we started, and that was how
That's all
I
right.
had my first amateur championship. I won the fight. It was that was we started. It was so joyful. I started loving the sport. More commitments. I committed myself, my time. So I started training 3 times a day, 6 days a week. So I was like, we have to take this to the next level. So that was how I found myself here. I was offered as a professional fighter my first title fight with King of the Cage to fight the champion Cynthia Sell. I fought her. The first fight they declared it a draw and they said it was an eye poke according to them. But if you watch the fight, what I delivered was a right punch to the stomach and a left hook, and she bobbed into my left hook, which caught her
Yeah,
eyes. Yes,
yeah. Because I watched that fight, and there's an old boxing saying, "Better listen to your corner and watch for the hook," and that's what she wasn't doing. She wasn't watching for
that's
the
it.
hook, and she got hit, and she didn't. She ran and cried, but it's an eye poke. But you got gloves, and sometimes you may not intentionally hit somebody in the eye, but still, she could have shaked it off and kept on going.
Yeah, because what nobody would throw a left hook with the fingers open. Nobody. What I did was I delivered a
Yeah,
solid left,
yeah,
right to the stomach and hook to the head, and she bobbed and bobbed into the hook. So it's bygone anyway. They call it a draw, and we had a rematch after a few months. And to go be that glory, that was when I took the title from her. So after that,
yeah. You
it
choked her
was
out.
hard. Yeah, it was hard for me to get a fight. I couldn't defend that title for one day. For a whole year, 2009,
Yeah,
19, there was no fight. The company never scheduled me to fight. I was told to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until, thank God for my new management who was able to hook me up with LFA. I had my first fight with Manasa. I lost by decision, even though I wasn't in support of that loss. But what can I say? They said, with what I believe is, don't leave it into the hands of the judge. That was my
that's that's
inspiration.
what
Go out
that's what
there,
coach
train.
always. Yeah, that's what coach always says. Never leave the head judge because it's like,
That's it.
but fighting. Yeah, with fighting and like I said, I'm a fan of bodybuilding. It's those judging type of competition. It's hard. It's like you got to wait on somebody who may not even be qualified. We talk about like this quite often with my man Coach Shed Harrison and CS Combat Sports that many of the judges are mostly from boxing and they're not really is oriented with mixed martial arts. That's why we suggest that maybe they should get referees, former fighters who can see like, okay, you might see somebody out the ground game like a lot of people don't really pitch the ground game because with women, not too often you don't do a lot of knockouts. You have to do a lot of you know wrestling. You got to do a lot of submissions, rolls, whatever. And it's just that the fact is, we have it down because there's been some that happened. There was a fight a while back with Angela Hill versus Michelle Waterson, and the
Yes.
debate was that some people feel that Angela Hill should have won. And Michelle Waterson did get some kicking here and there, did a little stuff that, but I think Angela Hill should have won. And that was another fight she lost by judge's decision because there was that one
Right.
she had with Claudia Gadelha. But the debate is that the judges, they need to be more educated about MMA. It's not like boxing. With boxing, you see a lot of more punches, body punches, headshots. But then you can take it like a good example. I know you're a big fan of Amanda Nunes. I'm not a big fan of Amanda Nunes, and
I
her
am.
fight with that last. Yeah, no. We don't have no for Amanda Nunes on CS Combat Sports. We respect her as a GOAT, but we had no love for her. That's it. But anyway, that fight with her Tina, one takedown counted. It wasn't for that one takedown, she wouldn't have been able to retain her title. If Valentina, if Valentina kept it standing or even got herself a couple of takedowns in, that'd be the difference. That's why they need to change the rules. That judges need to have not just come from boxing. You need to be a former MMA fighter, MMA coach, a judge who's been in MMA fights instead of just boxers. Boxing coaches just see that okay, he has a good headshot and that's about it. Yeah. Anything else you got to say?
Hmm. What more can I say? If you have any question, you can ask me. I'm here. Let's put our heads together and
Okay. All right.
make the.
Okay. Well, like I said, do you like this sport? This is like your passion, your dream? Would you, if it wasn't for this, would you have done something else?
Actually, to be frank, I have so much passion for MMA sports, for boxing, for wrestling. It's a passion that I have because for you to be good at something, you have to have passion for it and make out your time. When you have passion for something, you give it your time and you see the best of it.
Hmm.
If you weren't
And like I
for
said,
if you weren't for this MMA, to be frank, maybe I would have been in school because I like to study. That maybe that would have been
mhm.
what I could do. I
Yes,
like
yes.
I like to study. I like to play table tennis. These are the sports I like.
Uh-huh.
Table tennis,
Yeah.
anything that has to do with combat sports and study. That's what I like to do. But I so much love this MMA,
Hmm.
but that I think that I'm not my the best of me have not been seen yet by the world. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
I have so
And
much passion for it.
so, like I said, will you be like? Is there any plans on who's going to be next? Because I know, as we know, LFA, it just Vanessa lost her title to Lapita. So, would there be in talks about a possible fight between you and Lapita in the future, or
Yeah, the thing is,
or
if
just she's just going to
LFA
wait and
re-
see?
if LFA wants to feature me in that ring, the fight that makes sense to me most is Lupita. That is the fight that makes sense
Hmm.
to me because I love the way she strike. I believe that's the fight the
Yeah.
world will want to see. It's either I fight Lupita and I'm begging God that UFC give me a chance at the contender series. I have watched all the girls there. I think not that I think I am. I have what it takes to be in that cage. Whoever, I have the mind. I have the technique. Just the best of me have not been seen yet. In life, one deserve a chance.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I think that, like I said, it's been a while. So I know they did the straw weight for Tough some years ago, and then, like I said, it wasn't that long ago. Dana White did a contender series that we talked about. There was a fight with a fighter by the name of uh, uh, Tisha Tennant, and she fought a fighter by the name of Daniel Wolf. And Wolf just came from boxing. She had no MMA background, And Tennant, I know, she fights Invicta, and then she lost by a decision where more people feel like, you know, it should have been unanimous. Because where even though Wolf did put up a good fight, to me Tennant did better. But like I said, that big weight for you for like the contender, or if they ever do tough for the women's. Because one thing that we're talking about creating the women's strawweight division. I mean, that's not strawweight. The Atom. Could you go to 105, or you think
No,
straw is better
no,
for you?
I don't want to go to 105. I'm too muscular. Muscle weighs more than fat. I don't have
Yeah,
fat.
yeah,
I'm
no,
too muscular. And
no.
straw weight
Too muscle, yeah.
115. Yeah, it's natural.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I was right from natural. I'm naturally
Cause,
muscular. Um,
mm-hmm.
115 is a weight that I think I belong to. It has a lot of very tough fighters there. I want to stay where it's tough.
Yeah,
That's when we can be able to know who is the best. I like it tough. I like when
yeah.
people
Because
bring the heat. I got what it takes to handle it because I train. It's all about
yeah,
training, sacrificing your time. I sacrifice my body, my time, everything to training. And because I
yeah.
know that the battle ahead of me is very strong. If every opponent comes stronger, so I have to train 10 times better than what I used to be before.
So hard work and dedication.
Hard work and dedication, that's the key.
Yeah, that's because it takes a lot of people like there's like these people like who are what I call like um weekend chair experts say like I can do that, I can do this, I can do that, and then they critique and they don't even train, roll, they don't even haven't even punch a bag, hadn't even done anything, but they critique thinking they can do better. But you've been through it, and you know what you need to do and what you have to do,
That's it.
and you understand that part. Because I remember you talking, I was like, oh, doing some research, and I was watching that video you did with my man, the coach, and he said your fight with Cynthia, she came in overweight, and you came in at your weight. You came like 114, 115,
Mm-hmm.
and she came in like about nearly 20 pounds over the weight limit. And technically, most fighters, if you come in overweight, you have to do two things. Either the fight, especially the championship fight, they either just don't call it a championship fight, or that person has to give up a purse. Now, if it's like a regular three round fight, and you come in like maybe 2 or 3 pounds overweight, 5 pounds overweight, you give a purse. But this was a championship fight, and she should came prepared. She should have known better. She was gonna fight at the level of a let's say of a practically of a flyweight. Then it should have been a championship fight.
You're right. Absolutely correct.
And it's just like I said. I don't know. Maybe I feel like the company felt like she was the champion because it do that sometimes. I think there'd be more
No, the
like
thing is,
like
one
this.
thing people don't understand is why I wasn't even bothered about her is because we all have a target. We are right now. We are the local league. Everybody wants to go to the UFC. Everybody wants to go to the next level. So if you don't know how to be disciplined in your local league, how are you going to be disciplined in your when you get to the next level? So for me, if I have to make weight for any fight, I make sure I'm on weight 2 weeks before the bout. So I get used to the weight my the fight weight energy. So it becomes like part of me. I don't feel it. I don't have to make with some will wait until the day of weighing. That's when they will have to skip. No, 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 no. The thing they don't understand is you lose at least 20-30% of your energy in full to compare to when you come prepared. So that's the different thing there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I said, that's like this. Like I said, for a fan of bodybuilding, and when the women are competing, most bodybuilders are the weakest when they're competing. People think they're big and strong, but yeah, remember they have to dehydrate. They have to practically dehydrate themselves. They don't. They are very low, depending on the diet, maybe low fats, low carbs, and that's the same with you. You all have to have a particular diet before you have a show. You have to before you compete. You can't eat like a burger or go have some fries. You have to eat within so you keep your weight down. When it comes to fight night, you don't have to when you hit on the scale. You don't miss your weight.
Exactly.
Like I said,
Exactly.
what she did, she either overhydrated or she was eating burgers and fries that before that night. Well, like I said, it's just like I said, with fighting, it's just there's so much to it, and like I said, your disciplines were boxing. You have wrestling, BJJ. Have you ever studied Muay Thai or just
Muay Thai,
you know?
yes. I did Muay Thai in Nigeria, several amateur championships in Muay Thai in Nigeria, and I've been working very hard with Muay Thai America Gym here, Coach David Hill, and most of his coaches under him, Jose and Frank, have been so very helpful. The thing is, I train in a way that at this level, wherever the fight goes to, we are ready. You know, I've been working so hard with
Mhm,
my wrestling, with my wrestling coach, Dana Cruz, 10 Planet Jiu Jitsu. It's been so awesome. Even my judo. I do judo with Los Angeles City College. I'm a brown belt in judo. The thing is,
mhm,
a lot of people don't know much about my fight background until wherever the
mhm,
fight goes to, that's when they will see me how I'm able to skate through the difficulties. I learned from several mistakes, and I did a lot of corrections, and I'm hoping to see what the future brings. Like I said, this fight that really makes sense to me should be Lupita. Honestly, I would love
yeah.
to go into the ring with into the cage with Lupita, or if possible, if I can have a chance to be at the UFC Contender Series, that would be very great. Honestly, I'm ready for whatever challenges the next
Like,
task comes with. We are ready for it.
mhm. But like I said, if you get the call, like I say, okay, we're gonna do contenders. That's one thing. But if they decide like maybe might want to go to Invicta for a little bit before they let you go to UFC
The
and
thing
see how
is,
you
my,
do.
my camp, my camp has been reaching out to Invicta. I don't want to keep depending on one. Like I said, let the will of God be done. If God said, "Hey, love it today," you have a call. Like I'm just from a fight. On Monday, I'm back to the gym. We are like, I'm gonna stay prepared for whatever opportunity that comes forward. I'm not like going to rest. I'm gonna resume training on Monday. I only rested today. Tomorrow, training begin immediately. So because we don't know what the future might bring. Tomorrow we may get a call from the UFC. Get ready. We may get a call from Invita. Get ready. We may get a call to fight Lupita. Get ready. We just want to stay ready for whoever and whoever they want us to fight. They want my camp for me to fight. I'm ready. I just want to be ready. I don't want to say, hey, I'm not ready. No, 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 no. I'm training to stay ready. I'm very active. I really want to go back into the cage before December.
Yeah, especially with things going. Yeah, especially with things going on with the pandemic. A lot of like there was a this weekend was supposed to be two fights for women on two different cards. I think Bellator supposed to have a fight, and also the UFC supposed to have one. You had Vida Aguiaga versus Desiree Yanez, and you had Priscilla Cachoeira versus Courtney Casey. And then their fights canceled because Archiaga she had come down with COVID. I believe either she had it or maybe somebody in her camp. And then with Priscilla Cachoeira, she said she fell hit her head on the tub, and then she couldn't make the weight. And then your fight with Rena and your fight between Vanessa and Lapita kind of made it up the difference in a way because you had two fights on one organization on one night instead of like
Mm-hmm.
one on one night
That
here
was
and
a
one on
hit.
another.
That was a hit. I
Yeah,
really applaud LFA
yeah,
for putting those fights together. I really applaud
yeah.
them.
Because like I said, yeah, only like it's not so like with the pandemic going on, there's only so many organizations going up. I know UFC they have their fights. They had to fight a few weeks ago in Abu Dhabi, which Fight Island. They had at least two fights over there.
Wow.
Then Bellator just had their 250 last weekend, and plus they had the Cyborg her fight a couple weeks before
Previous
that,
week.
and then and Vic's be having their fight coming up in about a couple of weeks. That's gonna be having it's gonna be Cuero Gonzalez and for the title, and then LFA, y'all had at least 2 or 3 fights within the last couple of months, but then you have organizations like PFL right now who have not had no fights, and you heard that Kayla Harrison has a lawsuit against them about not being in the fight, because it's not like you can't do it, because all the other companies have, even boxing have put in where you don't have you'll have no people, and you just put in, you just have the corner people, the referee, the judges, and that's about it. But like
Exactly.
I said, y'all been keeping up, yeah, yeah, and that's just kind of good, It's just, and right now I've seen like uh MMA's really been standing up. I think boxing's kind of, it's been doing all right. It's just had a fight the other night. I think it was the main event was uh was it Tank Davis versus uh Leo Santa Cruz, and he knocked that dude out. He put that dude to sleep. And also they had a women's fight. It was Santa Marshall who beat Carissa Shields when they were amateurs, and I think Marshall called out Shields, you know, for maybe a fight. And I think that's probably going to fight that's going to happen, because there
Oh
was one
wow,
point they were
that would
talking
be
about
great.
maybe, yeah, one point they were
Clarissa
talking about
Shield
Carissa
wants that
Shields
fight.
versus, yeah, and it was talking about Carissa Shields maybe fighting originally Cecilia Brækhus, but Brækhus lost her title against to Jessica McCaskill.
McCasker, yeah, McCasker, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember a few years ago, Cecilia Brækhus was calling out Holly Holm before she retired and switched to MMA.
Wow. Well,
Like I
I
said,
love breakfast. I love her. She's one of my inspirational person. That she Clarissa Shade. I love women who makes what's it called, boxing sports and MMA sports identifiable, which they really did a great job. Clarissa Shade, I really applaud her. Uh, Because I'm one of her biggest fans too. Katie Taylor is another reigning champ that I so much admire every day. I want my name to be in that book of champions. I'm really working hard. I'm really working hard. Like I am now. I think I can. Not I think. I can compete in female boxing today. If there is a fight today, I can compete in female boxing. I can compete in MMA. I know what it takes. I can compete in any sport, even if it's wrestling, in is Muay Thai. All it takes is putting the brain together, letting the brain know this is what we're going for. Let's prepare for it. That's it. We're good to go.
okay. Well, I got a question for this is one of my CS Combat brothers, Gucci 23, and he want to ask the beautiful sister who is her favorite fighter right now. And see, you are a beautiful sister. I'm gonna say that.
All right. When you talk about my favorite fighter, which sport are you referring to? Boxing or
Well,
MMA or?
let's go with boxing and MMA, because this is
Okay. When you talk about boxing, I have I, I have two people. Sorry to say that, not one. My first
fight
favorite
tight.
fighter is Clara Shashir. Clara
Uh
Shashir,
huh.
I love her so much. She have the heart of a lioness. She wants to go in there. I don't care who you are. You step into the ring with me. I'm gonna show you I'm Clara Shashir. So I like that courage. And the thing is, she talk quite alright, but she back it up. She's never lazy. She's always there training. She never stop learning. She wants to learn. Every time I go to her Instagram page, I'm always inspired by her training. They say you learn from the best to be the best. So that is one thing about Clara Shashid. Another fighter that I love so much is Katie Taylor. In my amateur days, when I
Uh
was
huh.
competing at the national championship level, I always watch Katie Taylor in our amateur days, because my coach would say, if you want to be the best, you have to go watch Kete Taylor, see how quick she is, her footwork, everything. I so
Yeah.
much admire her, and plus she's making us proud. So I'm learning a lot from these female boxers because I want to be the best like they are. The best. What the
Mhm.
table at this table of competition championship they are, I want to be there too. Now, when it comes to MMA, my two favorite female MMA fighters are Amanda Nunes, Chris Cyborg. Sorry, I will say three, and Valentino. I don't know how to
Yeah.
mention her last name. These are my three top
Shevchenko,
priority fighters. Yeah,
we just see
Chovenko.
because I know originally your brand was the Bullet, but then you switched it,
Yeah,
and it was
because
one
I
point it was
noticed.
African.
Yes, Valentine was already bearing. She was already bearing bullets, so I have to.
Yeah.
I said it's better to represent where I come from. Let people know where I come from. That's why I represent the Nigerian Terminator.
Yeah, because there's a quite few MMA like who are Nigerians like yourself. Like you got Usman, you have also uh Francis Nagano. I think there's a couple of more. I can't. I'm trying to remember, but there's quite a few in MMA right now. And I think I don't know if Israel Zanda is from Nigeria. I'm trying to remember where he's from. But like I said, there's
Israel,
few
Israel's from Yoruba. Uh, Israel
Yoruba.
Adesanya,
Okay.
Yoruba. I think Adesanya,
Okay.
Ogun State. I
Okay.
think so.
All right. Yeah, because
He's from
it's just
Nigeria.
it's just and then it's hmm but the thing is also it's seeing more sisters in me because like I said, there's you. Like I said, there's I mentioned Teacher Tennant, Shannon Dobson, Sarge Eubanks, Jones. I mean, Samari Renault. I mean, it's just the numbers of black women coming to MMA is kind of growing. At
Yes.
first there was there was maybe a handful here and there, but the numbers is increasing. And I mean, because I would like to see that grow more. Like I said, I'm a big supporter of women in general in sports, and especially black women. Because if you check my YouTube channel, I have done videos where I'm a big fan of black women with muscles. I love that because it's just the beautifully of the skin and the muscle coming together. It's just a beautiful thing, and you just have a beautiful physique, you know,
Thank you.
and it's just amazing. And I think it don't get as much attention compared
Thank you.
to your other fighters in or other women in other sports. I'm a big track and field fan. I used to love watching the Olympics as a kid. Winners like FloJo, Gail Devers, you know, Carmelita Jenner, Carmelita Jeter, and just love the strength and the beauty of the women. It's like, I hate to compare it to like watching horses just running down a track, and you just, just the
Oh
beautiful,
wow.
yeah, it's just, it's just a beautiful thing to see when you're in the ring and you're fighting. And I remember this is a boxer I used to love back in the day, and you might have heard of her. Her name was Ann Wolf, and she said
And
this about
wow, very tough
yes,
lady.
yeah,
Oh my
she said
god.
this. Yeah, she said it's about compared to men. Men when they spend too much time holding like they're making love,
Oh
but when
wow.
women we fight with our hearts. We fight with our we fight determined because I've seen some women fights better than a man's fight, especially in boxing.
That's
You know,
right.
because you really you fight with your heart.
That's right.
Yeah. I have another question from a friend of mine. This is my another brother from CS Combat Sports. He's got his own. He does a live stream. This is Combo Breaker 99.
Ooh, hi Kobu, how are
Yeah,
you?
yeah. Because anyway, Combo want to know what do you think of the main event, LFA, and it's is she ready for the title shot? She's want to know what you think of the main event from from weekend, and are you ready? You ready
Oh
for a
wow.
title
Oh
shot?
my god. Oh my god. Bring it on now. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Yeah, I think like I said, you beat your opponent within 2 minutes. I think only problem with Peter, she probably needs some time to heal. I would say let's get
Yeah,
it done by
I will
yeah,
wait for
let's
her
get
to
it done
heal.
by yeah. I
I'll
would
wait for
say
her
let's
to
have it
heal.
after yeah, let's have it after because in I think in the next not December's too early because there's nothing time for I think the best time would have the Super Bowl season right about I would say March or maybe late February would
No,
be good.
who knows? I may be in USC then. Come on, if you have a time, I know
Yeah,
she needs time to heal, but a month is okay to heal. December, let's crack it up.
yeah,
If I don't have a call from the USC or Invita, whichever, let's crack it up. Honestly,
yeah,
the fight that makes sense to me is I want to fight Lupita for that title. I want to fight her or get
yeah,
a call from the USC or Invita. So that's what really makes sense to me. With my level of
yeah,
training, honestly, I'm really training, and to God be the glory. Everything is coming together. Everything is coming together, and I know God is
yeah,
going to perfect it all.
yeah. Like my mom used to say God is good all the time.
All the time. You cannot do without
Okay?
God.
And all the time God is good. 'Cause I remember
Yes.
you were doing an interview, Coach. You had your favorite Bible quote, and if you want to, repeat it for everybody else who haven't heard it before, because just share it with us.
Yeah, my favorite Bible quote is I will look up my eyes unto the hill from where cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord God Almighty, who made the heaven and the earth. He will not suffer my foot to be moved. Behold, he that keeps you, he that keeps Israel will not slumber. Behold, he that keeps you will never slumber. So that's my favorite. And the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I just that's perfect for switching today, Sunday. We need a little church in here. Amen. Good Lord. Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister.
Amen.
But anyway, like I said, I don't want to keep you up too much longer because I know you got things to do, you got training you want to do. But the thing is, what would you want to see happen for women's WA to progress? As yourself as a fighter, what do you like to see happen? What would you want them to do? What just in your mind,
What I will want, what the blue, can you say that again, please?
I want to say what do you feel that for you need to see for women's MMA to progress, to get for it to get more attention? Should ladies get more money? Should they get more opportunities? What do you feel you want?
The thing, what I feel is that with female MMA fighters needs more competitions, more sponsorship. Because that's the area that I'm really lagging behind. Honestly, I could be better times 10 of what I am today. It's because no sponsorship. No, it's not been easy. It's not been easy at all. That's what I
Yeah,
can
because
say. We
that's what
need
my man
more
coach.
exposure. And for the amateurs, no money paid for the amateurs. But if you cannot
Yeah,
pay them money, sponsor them. You know,
yeah,
sponsor them. They
because
need
that's
sponsorship because they have to pay their transportation to training. They have to pay the coaches. They have to rehydrate. They have to. It's not easy to kill the body every day, 3 times a day for 6 days. The body may break down. So the body needs to be refueled. If you will be more motivated when you see people, when you look around you see people backing you up. you know I
mhm,
have to, like, personally, me, I don't have any single sponsor as at now. Everything has been so, with the help of my trainers. They have been so helpful during this pandemic time. My trainers, my manager is really trying. It's not easy. I have to train 20 times a day. Sometimes I have to travel more than 30 miles to get some training that I don't have within my, yeah, because every gym is definitely, every gym, most gyms were definitely closed. I have to, because I need to put in the work.
yeah,
This is what I want to do. Sometimes I will go online, I will call some, like, from where I live in LA. I have to travel all the way to Lakewood, which is about more than 30, close to sometimes an hour drive for me. Sometimes I don't have a car. I have to take the bus. It's not been easy. This is what I have to do like 3 times a
Mm-hmm.
week to
Mm-hmm.
travel the other. Sometimes I have to different places because I want to get that knowledge. You know, at
Yeah.
the end of the month, I end up spending every little thing I have on transportation. It's not
Yeah.
easy. Then
Because I
I
know.
have to pay
I,
my rent. I have to eat.
ooh, yes.
I have to buy multivitamins. I have to go for a therapy for recovery. It's not easy. We are calling on people to please support female fighters. We need as many help as we need sponsors. We need sponsors. Support your young female talent now that we need your help. You know, whichever company that want to come by, support us. My manager can be rich. He can be rich for whichever sponsorship. It will be very, very appreciative. You know, we need help definitely.
Well, like I said, this is what we do. Like a while back, we like if you know Coach Sherry Harrison. Every so often, we do a charity or donations for a fighter. And
Mm-hmm.
some time ago, we just finished it. He did he he's a coach. He coached kids, and he was doing a donation for some children he was coaching for because they were going to get ready for a tournament. So he said he's going to ask, well, now we're going to do a fighter this time, and your name was mentioned. I dropped your name,
Okay.
and right now we're doing a donation. And if you ever get a chance, because I think Coach could come on, he could do a show around 5 o'clock. Come on, check it. You will see that we have leased up to around about $200
Oh wow.
donating. We're doing donation for you. We're trying to get to over 500, and
Oh
once we
wow.
get that, we will send it to you, and
Oh
that will
wow.
help you with maybe gas in it. Because I know in LA, it's not like New York or other places where you can walk where you got to. Because I know a lot of people that say live in New York, they never had a license because it's so easy to get away, get around to. Because even though it's New York is a big city, it's a big but it's just a really small. It's kind of an island, everything. So like here and there, and also I told you like I asked for your address, so I'm gonna fix you like a kind of a care box. It's gonna be like maybe some things like I know you wear knee pads, so I'm gonna see some things for your knees, or maybe a little like a little some kind of creams to help with like with your injuries, a little stuff here and there. Also maybe some stuff like when you travel, and also with things going on with pandemic, it's gonna be some masks in there too. So you don't have to if you don't have to you need a mask, it's there so you have to get too many of them. And also, like I said, we want we're gonna I put your cash app in the description. So I'm hoping if somebody got a few bucks, a few dollars, they can send you. I might send some right now because I don't get paid till
Oh wow.
tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. And maybe I'll send you. I'll throw you a little something that might help you out. Maybe pay for a bus ticket or put a little gas if you got to take somebody around. I'd be happy to do that for you. And if anybody else would like to say, if the rest of y'all who are watching this, like my man Exeguche who on Tweet, Combo Breaker, Marcus Bell, Robert Henry, the poet, these are my brothers. If you got a little something, brothers, you can send to Miss Young. Just do it. I mean, it's not. You don't have to be $1 million, but hey, enough is good. But anyway, I got a quick question, one from my brother Combo, and he wants
Okay.
to, and he, where did you learn to throw that beautiful check left hook?
Woo! Oh my gosh. Oh wow, wow, wow. That's the thing is as a professional fighter, I take my time. I take my time on technique. Everything about fighting is all about basic. I spend more time. I'm ready to spend like 30 minutes. Just keep throwing only one punch, one after the other. I want to get it right to my satisfaction. With the help of my coach, Johnny Walker, who came with me, he will stand there to make sure I get it. Sometimes I cry while watching. I get tired of doing one thing. I get frustrated. I get angry. He call me back. I know you're angry. Don't worry. You learn it. I know you. Sometimes you find it difficult to learn at the beginning, but you pick up. Then I'll calm down again. I'll still practice more. Practice, practice, practice until it becomes part of me. Then it comes out even without me knowing it. So
There's
my
a there's
coach.
a yeah, there's an old saying: you want to get to Carnegie Hall, practice, 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 and
Practice, practice,
and
practice.
yeah, because you got determination, and like I said, we want to see like a fighter like you, because we, like I said, I remember when I first saw you was like when Coach did an interview, and I was impressed by you. I've seen your fights. I mean, one fight I was tripping for is your fight with Vanessa. I can't find it on YouTube. I can't find it.
Yeah,
It
actually,
just, my man called me.
I couldn't find it. Was on YouTube before. As at few days ago, I couldn't find it. I have been looking for the fight. Even my first fight with Cynthia Cell was removed. I couldn't find it. So I guess then I wasn't knowledgeable enough to upload my videos myself. I wasn't knowledgeable at that time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I got one of my followers, Alejandra Chavez Mogra. He says, "Greetings from Peru." Peru, that's down South America, down that way. He says, "Greetings to you," you know, and like this, it's just we are a fan of women's mixed martial arts. And I know there's people out there, especially the hardcore fans, who don't like the idea of women fighting. I remember years ago when Dana White was approached about wherever we have women fighting, he said no. Then he has Ronda Rousey, and because after Ronda Rousey, Holly Holmes, Amanda Nunes, he had Chris Cyborg. He messed up with that Chris Cyborg thing. I still feel that I know she's your girl. You're a fan of Amanda Nunes. She got a lucky shot. That's it. I'm gonna say that's a lucky shot she got.
The thing is, I would say Chris Cyborg of now wasn't the same Chris Cyborg that fought Amanda Nunes. She's 100% more better. Then when Chris Cyborg fought Amanda Nunes, she wasn't that parallel of a fighter. She was like, I want to go
Yeah.
kill. But
Yeah,
right now,
she's
Chris
like
Cyborg,
she's like Frankenstein.
she
Yeah,
was a little bit reckless when she got cracked by
yeah.
Amanda Nunes with the kick. She wants to like go kick, but then she went in. If you watch my fight with what's it called, Rena, after I knocked her the first one, you see the way I drove in. I like
Hmm.
I drove in ready because at that point when you knock somebody down, they can throw a lucky punch and knock you down too. So you have to be very watchful when going there to bring them down for the second time, which was what I did. After I knocked her down, she stood up. I knew at that point she wasn't herself. I had to go more. That was how I hit the same spot and she was down. So that was what happened with Amanda Nunes and Chris Cyborg. When Amanda Nunes uh, kicked Cyborg and punched her and she fell, she was like, I'm too big for this. She went to retaliate in the wrong way, going all wide, and she got caught again and again and again and again. But now,
Hmm.
Chris Cyborg is not the same. Chris Cyborg that I'm saying right that I saw in her recent fight, she's more of a parallel, more of a calculative. The aggressiveness is still there, but she's more better than when she fought Amanda Nunes. I bet you if they have to fight again now, Amanda Nunes might not find it easy. If they have
Yeah,
to
I
meet
agree with you
again,
that.
yeah, because Chris Cyborg is a little bit more better than what she used to be.
Yeah, because I think right now Amanda has a fight coming up in December. That's against Megan Anderson, and Megan, she's like I think what's Megan record? I think she's 2-2 now because she was an Invicta champion. They brought her up, and I remember they called out about if she want to fight Cyborg, but then yeah, I don't know. but like this, it's like I said. I know you got things to do, and I don't want to hold you up if because you're a busy lady. You got training, you got this, you got. You
No,
just got
today
back
is actually
from a fight.
today's my free day. I'm just resting the body to
Your
heal.
free day.
Yeah, I have
Well,
to rest.
we want
Of course.
you want to chop a you want to chop a little. If you want to chop a little more, we can talk a little more. And like I said, and like one thing is your family. Let me ask you about your family. Like, do your parents see any fights?
Can you say that again? The line was a little bit broken.
Yeah, okay. Do your like your parents, your family? They've ever watch any of your fights?
Yes, my mom is so happy. I just spoke to her before we connected. She was so
Yeah,
happy.
I remember.
Trust me, while I was fighting,
Yeah,
she was praying. Praying, my daughter, go and win. Make me proud. Make me proud.
cause
I fight for her.
I know, cause I know some fighters. I know they talk about if they're, I remember some fighters say that if their mother can't watch it or watch it, their child fight. Well, I remember one time there was a fighter years ago. What was his name? He fought Manny Pacquiao, and his wife was there with their child, and he was getting beat bad by Pacquiao, and she just walked out. She took her and her son just walked out because she didn't just sit there and watch him fight anymore.
Oh
But like I
no.
said, that's yeah. But this is just like this. Um, it's just it's a great way about fighting, and me as a kid, I was much of a fighter. I mostly if I got to fight, I'm a country boy. I grew up in the country. I wrestled. I grab a guy, slam him down. I didn't do a lot of punching, but yeah, it seems like it's just very therapeutic thing for you. Like when I was watching your looking on your IG page, and I saw you fighting, you're training. You're like a you're like you're going hard when you go into the gym. Hello,
I'm
can
here.
you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, I really have respect for what you do and how you do it, and I really appreciate you coming on and just chopping up with us, and I want to, I hope we see more of you in the future. I hope we can see you fight for the title. If not, you get the call to UFC because like there's been so many fighters dropping out because of with COVID hitting everybody, either or not making weight or they can't get to the fight. But I'm hoping that one day, maybe sometime soon, you get that call and say,
That's
"Hey,
that's
Miss
that's what I'm
Young,
that's what I'm waiting for. Dana needs a
Miss
warrior. Dana need a fighter.
yeah,
A fighter who is not ready to trade, who is not ready to fight, who's ready to go
yeah."
there, put it all. That is me. I'm ready to go there. I
What
don't
if,
care whoever you face before me. I have the determination, the
what if
training, the faith in God. I'm ready to go.
what if they say, "Well, love it. We're gonna put you against Jessica Andrade."
Who? Who?
Jessica Andrade, you.
Come on, bring her on. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, say,
Oh
hey, you say
Jesus.
you ain't for anybody. Let's make it easier for you. Okay, let's make it easier. We'll put you against let me see who they already know. We put you against Hannah Cyphers. How about that? How about a nice little soft touch with Hannah Cyphers?
There is one thing that kills a talent is fear. Whatever thing that makes you a
Mm-hmm.
champion, I want to have a piece of that. So whoever they put in place, whoever they put before me to fight, I know the person must be a talented person. So I want to have a crack of the person. So I want to fight. For me, it's just let me know you have a fight. I'm going to fight.
Yeah, because I
I'll be
know on
there.
your IGS I saw you had some pictures of Mike Tyson, and I was a big Mike Tyson fan as a kid. Like Mike Tyson, I
I'm
just
a
want to
fan of
fight.
fight.
That's all I want to go. I want to fight. I just like to fight. Yeah, I just want to fight. I just want to eat the hard ass. I want to eat the kids. But like I said, I really want to thank you
Thank you, brother.
for your time. I know this is your free day. I know you really, it's just a one. You're a wonderful person. Can you do me one thing? This is for the small boys out here. Give us a good bicep shot, like yeah, baby,
Are you ready? Yee! Yes.
yeah, baby. Well, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for your
All right.
passion. I like I
Thank
said, like
you.
this. I pray to God. This is I'm not a very over religious person, but I pray to God that everything you get, you deserve, because you're a person that people, like I said, people who just fall in the right way and do everything the best they can deserve to get awarded. You deserve to get a
That's it.
shot. If not the UFC, maybe Invicta, but deserve your because I think too many people are giving too many opportunities, and then they're wasting them. But like I said, I just want to really
Yeah.
appreciate you giving the time for us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother.
You're
Thank you.
very
Please
welcome.
preach
But
it
like I,
on. Preach it on. We need sponsors. We need sponsors. Preach it on.
well,
You
I'm
and
hoping,
Harrison, please. You guys do all you can. Get us
yeah,
sponsor. My
because
manager is here. Just get us sponsor as much as you can. May God give you the strength. I know everything is not by your power, but God will give you the
uh-huh,
strength. Give us all the strength.
yeah,
So
yeah.
get what we
So I'm
deserve.
hoping, well, I'm hoping somebody's watching my videos because I have a lot. I may not be a big um YouTuber, but my YouTube channel is growing, and I got people that follow me. Maybe all it takes is that one person that say, "Hey, this person needs opportunity. You need to give it to her." And like I said, it just gotta it's about timing, and eventually God will give you your time. I truly believe you. You know.
Amen.
Yeah, man. But anyway, I want to say thanks to everybody who came in and give y'all and y'all best wishes and thanks to Loveth Patra Young, aka the Nigerian Terminator. And like I said,
Thank you.
I'm gonna send you a care package. It's gonna take some time. Like I said, I'll send it
Oh
to you.
wow.
And like I said, it's just a little stuff to help you out, especially while you're training. And and it just maybe just anything to help out. Like I said, I have passion for
Everything is appreciable.
no,
Thank you so much. God
well,
bless
you're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Have a nice. God bless you and have a nice day.
And you too. Thank you.
All righty.
Okay, bye bye.
Yeah, bye. All right. So, like I said, she's a really nice lady. She's generally a nice lady, and yeah. You were doing the case. Yeah. Thank you. You know, yeah. Because I think, like I said, we talk about quite often in CS Combat Sports that these women, especially in these smaller organizations like LFA, Invicta, a couple others, they need sponsorship. And I know a lot of you sponsors out there, you rather go with some dude like go with some of these women. Take a chance with these women. Take a chance, because they are more passionate about this sport than some of the men. And I've seen some fight where some women, I said before again, some women have put on a better fight than some men. Yes, every now and then you're gonna have some fights where they're just on the ground rolling around, flopping around. They're not doing anything. They're not throwing no. But she is a heavy hitter. If you saw her fight with Rena Norvell, she put that girl out. And her fight against Cynthia Arcerio, she put her to sleep. So I'm telling you out there, if you got, you don't have to give the bank. A few dollars here, a few dollars there will help her out. That, like I said, give her some money for gas, pay for her training time. I mean, it's just we appreciate it. And like I said, I want to thank my brothers out there, XA Gucci 23, uh, Marcus Bell, Combo 99, Alejandro, Robert Henry, aka Savage, for coming on and supporting me. And I think this would really help my channel grow. And I'll say I'm going to put this video in. I know Robert, you're going to put the video into the in our LLD WMAC Facebook page. Also, I'm going to share with some other sites that I follow, and I'm hoping she gets the attention. But like I said, I promise her I'm going to do her a care package. I'll probably send it maybe in a few weeks because I already made promise with another fighter and a bodybuilder about sending one. But I'm really want to support these ladies. I want to give them the shot they can. But like I said, um, it's your man, All the Rage, George Page. Like, don't like, subscribe. I'm out.